Hi, today is March 4th, 2017. It's the fourth day of Lent, and this is a Swede Speaks. Tim Pool, the reporter, he went to Sweden, as I have told you about before, and now he has interviewed a Swedish psychologist. The psychologist does not want to give his name, and he doesn't want to tell us exactly where he works or what he works with exactly, but he tells us that he works with social welfare issues, and that he meets some of the migrants who come to Sweden in his line of work. The reason that he doesn't want to give any personal information is because he doesn't want to be identified. Because if he was, he could and most likely would lose his job, and it would be impossible for him to get a new job. He would be happy if he could get even a menial job somewhere. Anyway, the interview, which is very interesting, and I will post a link to it in the information box below. In the interview, this psychologist says, among other things, and now I am quoting: first of all, double standards is anti-intellectual and vulgar in a sense that you don't look at empirical questions from a scientific point of view, but you make empirical questions into moral questions. For instance, is migration costly? That's an empirical question. But in Swedish debate, it has often been the case that you who raise the question, your intentions are questioned. Why do you even want to measure people's lives in economic terms? See, you avoid the empirical answer by turning it into a moral question. And that's anti-intellectual. That doesn't solve problems. It makes it very hard to discuss actual, important, relevant questions and find accurate solutions. What this psychologist just did there was that he explained the Swedish opinion corridor for Mr. Pool. And as I said, people who say this openly in Sweden have horrible problems. I mean, they don't starve to death, that's for sure. And they aren't hanged or shot or anything like that, no. But you can't have a career. You can't even get a job in many cases, because if you apply for a job, they Google your name and they find out, I know a few persons I think you actually could call victims of this. So, I understand that this psychologist does not want to speak out openly. It costs him too much. Maybe he's got a family to feed, what do I know? I cannot judge that. And hey, I'm not telling you my name and my address either. So, anyway. And I would like to exemplify how this opinion corridor works with the Magnus Norrell's report. Magnus Norrell and the authority for societal readiness in Sweden made a pre-study about the Muslim Brotherhood, and that pre-study was immediately denied and fought, and they say it's fake and it's no good and the facts aren't any good. And the ones attacking this study are, among others, it's Emin Polyaverich, who works at the theological department of the University of Uppsala. He also works at the university in Qatar, and he is tied with the Muslim Brotherhood. Because what's happened in Sweden? In Sweden, the Muslim Brotherhood have been slowly advancing its positions. All the time since the 1970s, when they started coming to Sweden, they have been eating their way through the institutions. So, what we are seeing is a creeping Islamization of Sweden. And that is not good. That is a very, very bad thing. And but we need to address this. We need, as I tell you, we need to get the facts on the table. And that's a difficult thing in Sweden, because facts are flat out denied. I mean, lying is like the Swedish government when they deny the existence of no-go zones. This is like the academic, it's the same thing here. They just lie. And it's not only in Sweden. Sweden is the worst example in the Western world, yes. But it's not only in Sweden. For instance, in Norway, you have the Rabita Mosque, which is tied to the Muslim Brotherhood, and they are trying to do the same thing in Norway. They haven't got as far in Norway as in Sweden, but they are getting to it. And nobody knows where they get their money from. But they start mosques all over the country, from the northernmost part to the southernmost, from Alta to all over Norway. And in Norway, you have researchers who compare the Muslim Brotherhood with Christian Democrat parties like they were in the 50s. I mean, it's crazy. And dear Americans, don't think that you are safe from this either. In the United States, there's something called the Muslim Students Association, the MSA, and they are also tied to this organization. So you got this problem too. So whatever you do, we have to speak up against this. We have to find out all the facts. I will post some links in the information box to give you more facts. Of course I will do that. And if I find any other facts, eventually I will update my links. Yeah, of course. But anyway, because this is a struggle about the survival of Western civilization. I know it sounds dramatic, but that's what this really is about. Are we going to survive as a civilization? Or are we going to get Islamized? The Middle East wasn't Islamic to begin with. It was Islamized. It's actually the main area for Christianity, and there are almost no Christians left there. You know why. They are killed, or they are living in dimitude, or they have escaped, you know. This could also happen to Europe. It can happen to North America. It can happen to South America, and so on. So we have to defend Western civilization. And that's what I have to say about this right now. I would like to thank the people who are supporting this channel through PayPal and through Patreon. I would also like to thank the people who are praying for this channel. And if you like this channel, please subscribe to it so you don't miss anything. Please like my videos if you like them. Please share my videos on social media and Twitter and whatever. If you got something to say, feel free to comment. And I would also like to encourage you to support this channel. And that can, as I said, be done through PayPal, it can be done through Patreon, and I will include all the necessary information in the box below. This is A Swede Speaks. Have a nice day.